Hello, all you gamers. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the Respawn Recap. Hello, Zan.
Hello, Jake.
Oh, man, we took 1 week off, so this week is twice as crazy. Ready to roll?
Oh, let's do it.
We hope you guys all enjoy. Let's kick it. And with the big moves in gaming and esports probably continuing, a big name continuing to be in the news is a guy like DrDisRespect this past week on a TST stream. They were actually not streaming it live given his Twitch ban. They were playing with the dock when all of a sudden OpTic Hex came on the line to seemingly, whether troll or being serious lightheartedly, offer the dock a spot on OpTic Chicago.
And, obviously this gets our minds racing. What would it look like to have DrDisRespect join OpTic Gaming?
Would it even be fair is the giant question,
wouldn't.
right?
That's the thing. Easy answer. No, it would not be fair. Those are two titans of gaming.
And powerhouse personalities obviously can make a lot of work with a guy like Doc. The lingering question would be, even if he were to be seriously offered, could they actually pull him on board? Would he want to do that thing? With lingering teases of him actually being a shareholder in a future Call of Duty brand of his own, is OpTic Doc even a possibility, or are we getting trolled?
Yeah, who knows?
And a big one we've actually talked about in the past, that being the future where creators and streamers or esports organizations will base themselves. As we have seen in the past year alone, Texas take off as a hotspot with so many organizations and notable figures and personalities going to Texas, or maybe here in Vegas. We have now had some clips out there, either from the past or recently with 100 Thieves members, Courage, Nadeshot, Valkyrie as well, talking about, because with them earning a lot more money and the taxes for those higher earners being quite high in California, and with, of course, the cost of living, potentially leaving Los Angeles for other cities.
You know what? In a lot of ways, I've seen this coming for years. I've been a Vegas local my entire life, right? And obviously, LA is like literally next door. A lot of times, people will just drive over to LA to like get waffles or something,
100%.
People are crazy like that. Personally, I think of LA as like the Bermuda Triangle of the United States. It's a great place in a lot of ways, but at the same time, why? It's just garbage.
You've certainly heard the better parts of describing LA, and I think we've all heard creators also hate on LA for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
It kind of brings to light a rumor a long time ago about FaZe Clan potentially leaving LA. It turns out they left expensive houses for a more expensive compound. So whether or not 100 Thieves members are maybe lightly joking or hinting at a way future move, it's certainly been a debate out there of creators actually leaving LA for cities like Las Vegas or things like cities in Texas. And I'll tell you what, we welcome all of you guys to Las Vegas because it makes it easier for us.
Keep it just us. I like our city.
Texas.
Don't bring your bad driving from LA to Vegas, please.
So we will see if they do leave LA where they go. And in a recent stream, it's Mr. Nadeshot himself. A lot about 100 Thieves and OpTic this week, but hey, I don't mind it at all.
Big brands out there. Hey.
Speaking of some big things out there, Timmy Tat has long talked about potentially now for a few weeks joining of an esports organization. Nadeshot now giving comments on that of Timthetatman might actually be too big for 100 Thieves to maybe appease any demands of his to join the organization.
Right, which makes sense. I mean, hey, 100 Thieves is a very successful company. They are doing very well, but at the same time, Timthetatman, he's one of the biggest streamers in the world right now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be rough for any company to cut a check and be like, hey, yeah, come join us and, maybe drop some of your other responsibilities that make you so much money.
Yeah, and of course, we don't know the conflicts of interest that could arise. If Tim does take this offer, what does he forego? Or what opportunities does this bring him? There's a lot of details we don't know about.
Right.
But Nadeshot does kind of hint at, can both sides reach an agreement where it actually benefits both sides equally? It's a lot tougher than just saying, hey, Tim, here's the bag. Welcome to 100 Thieves. So we'll see if Timthetatman is too big for 100 Thieves, or maybe if he fits perfectly somewhere else. And a clip out there over the past week and a half that certainly was really tough to watch. We did a video on DrLupo discussing the overall toxicity on Twitch, borderline getting out of control. He references some cases like Wreckful and his passing, unfortunately, but also cases like XQC with the stream bans, and even people like Alinity undergoing a lot of hate. I mean, extreme amounts of hate, pushing people to the very brink of, what we've really come to be in the gaming and esports scene. Has been a lot of toxic-natured people that somehow take it a bit too far. I would even reference T1 for all of you diehard esports fans out there, of a fan base, a minute, very small portion of people who just seemingly nowadays take things to an absolute extreme.
Which I always gotta wonder, how do people have the time for that that level of hatred towards a company or individual? Like, why? You don't know this person. Why are you going after them so hard? Right?
And obviously extends into esports and gaming and Twitch and YouTube. Every platform is going to have their toxic natured people. But DrLupo on his rant, if you guys missed our video, I mean, this was 15 to 20 minutes going into great detail about what he deals with, you know, how he reacts, and then when he reacts a certain way, he's judged even further. I mean, does this get better, though, going forward? It's
super justified for Lupo to come out and be like, hey, yeah, this is a real issue. Because, I mean, even with moderators on Twitch, there's no way to prevent the hate from just pouring in like a tidal wave. And I think at the end of the day, this falls on the platforms. The platforms really have to step their game up when it comes to properly moderating their own websites.
And it's only going to get harder, as I would say, you know, fortunately and unfortunately so, esports and gaming is only getting all the bigger.
Absolutely.
And so too will those minute few who take it too far. We'll see how streamers, creators, and platforms deal with it in the future. And our boy Doc all over the news this past week, this time for a $100,000 1v1 challenge after calling out the mobile community for at least a second time in the past year. I would say a whole pot of irony as he continues to stir that pot. I would say jokingly at first as he kind of questions are mobile gamers real gamers, takes to a tweet, and all of a sudden we have the mobile community now responding, one of them being a very widely known creator known as Ferg, challenging the Doc to a $100,000 1v1.
You know what? This is one of those things where I looked at this and I was like, is this Doc speaking or is this Guy? Is this Guy Beam? Well, you know,
this is the true personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Out.
Like, who knows? But and I get where a lot of this sentiment comes from. Like, mobile gaming is very different from console gaming as well as PC gaming. And I think it's weird for people who are like us, who have grown up gaming, being involved in the scene, and now mobile gaming all of a sudden is good after decades, or like just our entire lifetime is basically it's been garbage.
I mean, it's obviously now really taking off. It does far exceed it, at least in audience wise and revenue wise. We know both PC and console. It's just so weird because we don't see it too often, at least when it comes time for our media coverage. Although we know it's there, I think a lot of people are figuring out how to tap into it and where that audience actually is.
Right.
They are there, but they're not on all the platforms that a guy like Doc probably does do very well on. Now, very last, we even have head of YouTube gaming, that being Fwiz, responding about this because he very well knows the power of the mobile market, and he responds with just one figure who far exceeds Doc's viewership while playing on mobile. So that was a bit of a roast that the head of YouTube
which is kind of nuts. And let me just say real quick, I've started playing this game called Genshin Impact on mobile every now and again.
One of them, huh?
Yeah, I'm joining the mobile gaming army, and thanks to this backbone,
true.
controller, like this has really like changed my mind. Like, hey,
like I said,
phones are fun.
We are all finding out a way how to tap into it. Doc himself, will he accept the $100,000 1v1? We will find out. Mobile gamers, though, we're not happy with the guy. Yeah, as per usual, hope you guys all enjoy the Respawn recap. Little rusty here and there. It's been a couple weeks since our last one. So we're getting better as we go. We hope you guys all enjoy it. We'll see you back here next time with the Respawn recap. Zan, you want to see them out the door?
Yo, thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you same time, same day next week.
Take care, gamers.